it's Del from Let's Get Inkie, and I've got a journal with me video for you today using my Butterfly book by Jane Davenport, which is a traveler's notebook cover thingamajiggy, and I'm using the Midori Traveler's Notebook 003 insert. So if you've seen my previous videos, you know the thing that I do. I like to put photos and little cutouts from magazines of pretty things that I like and odd scrapbooking embellishments and just little snippets of journaling. So I originally started using this insert as like a daily journal, and then I got too pregnant and tired and then I had the baby and time got away from me. So I'm kind of just using it now as just a random memory story holder. So anytime I feel like telling a little story, I see if I've got any extra photos with it, and then I just stick them in and do a bit of prettifying, pretty much. So this one, look at that little potato head. Oh, he looks so tiny. So this is little Archie, and he's now almost 3.5 months. And he's grown up a lot since that little tiny blob sitting on Daddy's lap. And so I'm now up to scrapping some photos of him, which is fun because it seems like I was pregnant like an elephant for 22 months because it just went on forever. So it's nice to be able to print off those photos now and record those memories while they're still fresh in my head. These two images, this leaf and the bottom picture, are from a Frankie magazine that I had, and I really wanted to put that new kid on the block. I think I end up putting it on the next page, which is also about him, because it was just a little bit too big, a little bit, yeah, I just couldn't make it work, and then I tried to cut it up and it just was a bit of a fail. And I apologize if you can hear a bit of a kerfuffle in the background. My indoor bunnies have decided it's time to wreak havoc on the world and tell everyone that they're boss. If you subscribe on my main channel, Inkie Quill, you'll know that it's usually Frida, my grey bunny, who's the box chewer, but today Poppet has decided to take over. So I apologise if you can hear some stuff in the background. I really like using magazines as embellishments because A, it's cheap, and B, you don't feel bad about snipping them up and making them work the way that you want them to work. Whereas sometimes with manufactured embellishments, you kind of feel like, oh, they didn't really want me to chop it in half, so I won't. But you got to peeps, just get in there and make your own rules. So this little pack here is from an Aussie store called The Reject Shop, and it is an amazing embellishment pack. And I got some extras. I think it was Christine sent me a whole nother pack of them, one of my subscribers. So I'm very excited that I don't have to hoard it. I can get in and use it. And the good thing was with this pack is that everything came twice. So every embellishment you got twice. So you didn't really feel the need to hoard it. Well, the first time at least. So I'm just putting aside some. I'm obviously not going to use all of these, but I just put aside some that were like similar colors to the color scheme I was going for. I was kind of going for turquoises and dark blues, and I had to put that Bravo there because it was so cute trying to get him to burp. I had never actually really held a baby before my own because I'm an only child, so I don't have siblings, and we're the first of our friendship group to have a baby. So yeah, I'd never really I held I think it was like a 4-month-old for about a minute once, and that's about it. I'd never seen a newborn before, so you can imagine my surprise when I had one. And this poor little thing, he looked so sad when he had to burp, and I look back now at videos because we have my little family and I have a daily vlog channel called Mr. and Mrs. Rad. The link's always in the description below. And looking back at videos of the first week of us trying to get him to burp compared to now, we were so delicate, like we were barely touching his back trying to make him burp. So I put that Bravo there because he'd done a big burp. I remember when I took this, just before I took this photo, he'd done a big burp. So these stamps are also from that Reject Shop collection, which are really nice. The only I have a downfall for these stamps. They are not at all clingy. Like, they're meant to be clear, clingy stamps, and they fall off that packaging all the time, and it drives me a little bit crazy. But that's what you get for really cheap stamps. It's called the Reject Shop for a reason. So now it's time to add some journaling, and I decided to do, this was the first page, I think, with him in this journal. Yes, it was. So I decided to do like a big, introduction, and not as much journaling on this one as I do on the next page. So I'm just using my Copic multiliner in 0.1. I love that pen. It's waterproof, it's skinny like I like. The only problem with it is I seem to flatten them so quickly. I just don't have luck with felt tips. I just go through them like there's no tomorrow. I must have a lot of pressure in my hand when I'm writing, because they get a certain angle, so you can only therefore, like, from then on, write at that certain angle. If you have the pen turned around the wrong way, you got no hope of any ink coming out. Let me know in the comments below, what's your favorite pen to write with. I'm always on the hunt for trying out new pens, and basically just any excuse to buy some new stationery. So at the moment I'm using my Staedtler pigment liners, which I really enjoy. They seem to have a bit more of a stronger tip than this one does, so I think I might stick to them for a little while. I basically just like any black skinny felt tip. That's my jam. That's what I like. So I'm just adding the date here, and like I said in the last Journal With Me video, I like to keep the dates the same for all of my layouts, just to give it a little bit of consistency, and you kind of know, your eye knows what to look for, and so you can see when this was done. Now I did cheat here, not cheat, but I put the date of his birth for this one, because I wanted to remember it as the date of his birth, not the date that I actually did it. But yeah, so usually I put the date that I create the layout. So I'm just adding a little bit here and there. Like I said in the last one, I just really enjoy, it's a great couch activity as well. I have a video actually using showing my traveler's notebook essentials, what I like to have essentials, not your essentials. You can have anything you freaking want. You don't have to have what I have, but it's just really handy to just stick sticker sheets and things that are halfway used in a little pouch. And I often just sit, if I'm doing a spread in here that's not for recording, I'll just curl up on the couch next to Archie and get some journaling done while he's either sleeping or just gazing longingly, having a play with his play mat, or it's just a nice little couch activity while you're watching a movie too. So I'm adding some little bits here and there. I really like to make like these tiny, I kind of feel like they're secret little pockets of journaling. They're not secret, they're right there on the page, but I think rather than having everything in a big chunk, I like to split everything up into little bits and bobs. So I'm just adding a tiny bit here, not too much more to go. There's not too much space, actually, not too much space at all. I think I'll do a flip through, I think, when this is all done. I'm probably about 2/3 of the way through the insert at the moment, and I've never really had, I think I've only finished maybe 2 art journals in my life, and I've never finished a proper notebook or sketchbook or anything like that. So when I finish this insert, I'm going to be so freaking happy, and I'm just going to flick through it all the time. Not look at it, just feel that, look at that, like I did just then. Feel the flickiness of a finished notebook. Is anyone else satisfied by finishing a notebook? I am. I will one day finish a traveler's insert. So thanks for watching today, guys. And please let me know in the comments if you like to TN and what you like to do in them. And if you're enjoying these Journal With Me videos, I'm really having a lot of fun making them. I should have done that photo first, but oh well, it's for tomorrow. I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.